Hello, children. Welcome back. Thought for the day. Learn something new today. Every new day gives you a new opportunity to learn something good, something that you wish to learn. Before we move on to the next chapter, dear parents, let me convey you something. In lieu of the pandemic, the government has reduced a part of syllabus. So chapter number 6, it's only a matter of practice. And chapter number 7, Be a Writer, is no more a part of our syllabus, but the story or the activity, if possible, if time permits, I would really love to tell the story to the children for the good things, for the values. And chapter number 7, Be a Writer, children would love to do that. So now, moving on to our next chapter, chapter number 8, A Great Leader, page number 16. Be ready with your textbooks and a pencil to underline any new word that we happen to read and learn. Mahatma Gandhi was one of the greatest leaders of the world. Other leaders win wars by hurting others and killing them. Mahatma Gandhi did not use any arms and weapons like guns, rifles, or bombs, and yet he won the war of India's independence. People lovingly called him Bapu or Bapuji, father of the nation. Last time I have told you some stories of Mahatma Gandhi. I know you recollect all these stories, and I have told you the weapon by which he tried to fight for the people, that is Satyagraha, Satyacha Agra, truth and non-violence. Non-violence is not hurting others. Many great wars are won by many people. How? By killing hundreds and thousands of people by using arms and weapons. It can be gun, rifle, bombs, but our war of independence was won by non-violence without hurting anybody. The world was surprised and people admire how the war of independence could be won by such simple techniques. Let us move on to second paragraph. Gandhiji was a man of iron will. If he decided to do something, he did it, no matter how difficult it was. One day he decided that he would have an early morning prayer every day. From that day onwards, he never missed the prayer. You can underline the word iron will, and the meaning is given on the next page. Iron will is strong determination. You all know that iron is a metal. It is used for construction of houses. The house get its strength by the iron. And why iron? Because it's a very strong metal. Without iron, it is impossible to build any building. So iron is a strong metal and will is a very strong determination. So once what happened, long when Gandhiji and Kasturba ji Gandhi, they were in South Africa, and Kasturba Gandhi happened to be very ill, and the doctor advised her to leave salt and pulses from her diet. But Kasturba was reluctant to do that because without salt, the food won't taste good. But then what Gandhiji did? He decided to leave salt and pulses from his diet. He decided to take diet which does not include salt and pulses, and as Gandhiji decided to eat the food without salt, so did Kasturba, and she got well soon. Such was his will. The point is, he was a man of iron will, means he was a person with a very strong determination. Whatever he decided, he would do that, no matter how difficult it was. You can imagine how difficult it is to eat the food without salt, that too not for a day or two, for a complete year. Same way, he decided that he would have an early morning prayer every day. From that day onwards, he never missed the prayer. So that is the meaning of iron will. Third paragraph, Gandhiji gave a lot of importance to truth, simplicity, and non-violence. That is, not hurting others. Gandhiji's dress was very simple, just a loincloth, a dhoti worn about the knees, and sometimes a shawl. Could he not afford fancy, fashionable clothes? Of course he could, but this simple loincloth was a deliberate choice. How did he come to make this choice? You must have seen various photographs of Mahatma Gandhi ji. You can see a photograph on page number 17 wearing only a dhoti, that too up to it comes only up to the knee, and a simple shawl. He could he could wear good clothes. He could have worn good clothes. You can see in the picture. In the first picture, you can see he's wearing dress that is in the European style. This dress was worn by him when he was in South Africa. But when he returned back to India after so many years, he moved on to the traditional dress of Gujarat. This is the Kathiawadi dress he used to wear. But then, how could he change? Why did he change? What was the need? He could have continued with the Indian type of dress, but then why had he decided to wear the simple dress? In the first line, what are the things that Gandhiji gave importance to? What were the things that were important for him? It was truth. You can recollect the story of Raja Harishchandra. The play played a great impact, and he had decided that he would never deviate from the path of truth. Simplicity and non-violence. Non-violence is not hurting others. Let us see why Gandhiji made the choice of such clothes. Third paragraph. I hope you all are reading from your own textbooks. Good. Once Gandhiji was on a lecture tour in Odisha. Usually, men and women gathered in large numbers to listen to him. In Odisha, however, women were not seen at these public meetings or lectures. On making inquiries, Gandhiji found that the people in that part of country were so poor that their women folk had not a decent thing to wear. Therefore, they kept away from public functions. Gandhiji was deeply pained to hear this. From that day, he decided to wear the bare minimum of clothes. Be it cold or hot, he never changed his simple dress. I have told you previously that he always traveled in remotest part of India. He wanted to meet people, he wanted to see how the people of India live, what is their occupation, how do they live, what is their condition, what is their state. So once upon a time, one day you can say, he was on a tour in Odisha. Odisha is a state of our country, and wherever he went, people gathered in large number to listen to him. But he observed that women are not present in the meeting. Generally, men and women, they always gathered in large number. But then women were missing in that public meeting. When he asked the reason, he learned that people were so poor, the condition was so bad that the women of that part did not have good clothes. Decent thing, the clothes that could cover themselves, and they even could not step out of their house. Therefore, they kept away from public function. Gandhiji was so shocked, you can say he was so moved, he felt so bad that the part of the country is so poor, the people of the country are so poor that they do not have enough clothes to cover themselves. So from that day he decided that he will wear only the bare minimum of clothes, and from that day onwards his dress was the dhoti, a very small dhoti, you can say. It is, you can see the length of the dhoti is only up to the knee, and only a shawl. And from that day he did not make any change in his dress. Whatever the weather was, he would wear only that dress. So what are we going to do? We will read about the story in the next period. These were the type of dresses that he used to wear. The first picture, European style of dressing when he was in South Africa and when he returned back to India. For homework, whatever words we have learned today, try to find out the meanings. Don't write anything because we have not yet finished the chapter. Read again the page. I hope you all are doing your reading homework every day. So read this 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 paragraphs again.